Welcome back. I hope your day is going pretty well. I can't complain with mine. It's sunny out. It's around 80 degrees, and I'll take it. No jacket, no coat. Hey, I guess we're doing good over here. Hopefully the same to you. But let's get straight into it. So I'm not sure if you guys had a chance to see my previous video, but it pretty much just goes over being stagnant and just taking control over your life when you know you're falling behind. But not just you yourself, also having God play a part in that, and not just a part, play the entire part of it, really. And so this video is just a continuation from my previous video, and this one is just going over the waiting season and just being overall gracious and having gratitude throughout that waiting season. So waiting seasons may feel slow, but God is still working behind the scenes and closed doors that we do not see. And a lot of times delay is just really preparation for us. It's one thing to get to the final destination and not have all the abilities, not have all the knowledge, not have all the traits up front, because that's really what you're going to be called in. So that's going to be your day to day, your week to week, and whatever and whoever you're going to help. And so throughout this waiting period, a lot of times once you start making movement to the right direction that you need to go in after that slump, God ordains a waiting season for you. And whether it's a week, a month, or a year, he plans it out accordingly, and he ordains it in a way that you may not understand, but he will understand. So Isaiah 40:31, those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. You always want to have strength in whatever you're called in. So God's timing has purpose. A lot of times we want things now, but God sees the bigger picture. His timing protects, his timing prepares, and his timing positions us into the correct and right time for not just us, but whoever is going to be also called on a journey with us. So whether it's you making an impact on others, whether it's you making an impact for your family, whether it's you making an impact on a job or a work site or anywhere you're called in, God's number one commandment is to pretty much just preach his word throughout the world. So another scripture that falls in lines with this is Ecclesiastes 3:11. He has made everything beautiful in its time. Waiting produces growth. And so it's so funny. I'm just going to stop here for a second. But it's so funny. This week, I actually couldn't fall asleep one specific day. And I saw a video that kind of just stumbled past my feed for a second. And it was pretty much a guy that was just saying, hey, we wake up, and what is the first thing that we think about? We think about, oh, well, we have work, we have this responsibility, we have this. But a lot of times we don't think about what I won't say what our calling is, but what is our destiny? What should we be doing? What is our purpose? At the heart of it, we always go back to what is our purpose on this earth. But usually when we wake up in the morning, it's always filled with just things that we shouldn't be worrying. I won't say we shouldn't be worrying about, but things that are hindering our actual purpose and just overall thought process around that. And so, just in the shower, I was taking some time to think, what is my purpose? I'm working this job. I'm doing this. I'm here and there. X, Y, and Z are all around. But at the heart of it, is it truly my purpose? And so that kind of really took a second to have me think about, just this waiting period and just being gracious with what is being handed my way now. And I'm not saying it's bad, but it's actually really great. But it just makes you understand that whatever that God is doing, he's doing it for a reason currently right now, because I can't see the rest right now. I can't see what is going to happen 5 or 6 months from now. I can't see what's going to happen a year from now. And I feel like most of the times when we can't see and when we don't know, and when we are just very curious of what is going to be like a year from now, I think that really shows that God has a hand in your life, because he is the one that's going to take you from place A to point Z. It's not just you yourself. So having that faith and having just the overall feeling of wanting to know your purpose will only fuel you and will only take you from that A to Z. As long as you keep your purpose in line with Him, then everything else will fall into place. Whether if you think it's not your calling with what you're currently doing, or just anything that your mind is just conspiring about. So this leads me to just waiting produces growth. It builds patience. It's building faith. It's building trust in God. And growth often happens in unseen, uncomfortable seasons. And so, yes, not all the times a blessing will be just great and dandy. Sometimes blessing will be uncomfortable because of the stress, because of another, I guess, barrier or accolade that you have to get over. It's one thing to get the accolade, but it's another to just take on I won't say minutia, but the rest of it for this one accolade. So just like just naming something, just like a superstar that wins a Super Bowl. Yeah, you won the Super Bowl, but it's a lot of things that go along with winning the Super Bowl. It's a lot of feedback. It's a lot of what they can't do, a lot of what you can do, or a lot of, oh, does this person deserve this amount of money? Well, guess what? He's leaving this offseason. Will he go back to the team that drafted him? So it's just a lot of questions around that certain accolade that you will cross over. So Romans 5:3-4, suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance, character, and character, hope. So you have to be just overall, you have to have the armor of God. That's really what it comes down to. You have to be a shield. You have to have your boots. You have to have your helmet. You have to have everything, because no matter if you have success, no matter if you don't have success, it's always going to be someone and something that will challenge you once you reach your blessing. And so gratitude shifts your perspective. Gratitude helps you see what God is doing right now. It keeps you focusing on only what you lack. And so gratitude really is just understanding that I'm gracious with where I'm at. I'm gracious with what I've been handed with. I'm gracious with just the simple things of understanding that I may not be at the place I want to be, but I know if I put in the work, if I put my head down and I do what's correct and right and in His way and follow His footsteps, that I will eventually reach whatever goal that He has for me and whatever goals I also have for myself. And if you don't get those goals for yourself, you have to still be gracious of it. Again, that's really just the overall concept of being gracious, is no matter what happens, no matter if it all fails, you have to have gratitude of the fact that you know what you have done. You know that your heart is in the right area, and X, Y, and Z is so much, etc. It's so much stuff I could talk about around that. But so 1 Thessalonians 5:18, give thanks in all circumstances, not just a couple, not just some, not just the ones that you want to give thanks for, but in everything that happens and that plays a part in your life. So moving on to the last thing is, don't miss what God is doing now. It's easy to focus on so much as far as what's next to you and what you can ignore in the present time. But just know that God is moving in this season, even if it's quiet, even if it's loud, even if it's chaos, even if it's joy. You have to be gracious with what's happening in this current moment. Psalms 4:6, with thanksgiving, present your request to God. With gratitude, present your request to God. So God is always there. He's your best friend. He's right next to me. He's right next to you. Never think that He's too far away to not get a hold of. He won't let you down like a friend. He won't let you down like a family member. He won't let you down like a spouse. He won't let you down like a coworker. He won't lie behind your back. He won't do anything that you don't think is deemed incorrectly, because what God is someone that is perfect. What God is love. So I guess my closing thoughts would be, waiting isn't punishment. It's just preparation. Gratitude helps you embrace the season you're in. And when you combine both, you learn to trust God now, but not just later. You also get a feeling of what you can do when you put the trust into him, because that final step, that final hoorah that you're going to reach is going to be that much better when you realize how far you have came with him. So I want to say thank you for your time, and subscribe. I don't say that too often, but I hope you have a good day, and I'll catch you guys soon. Linux.